Hello everyone, we are Group 1 and our group members are Hu Sichen, Wang Yiming, Song Xinyao, and Zhang Shihan. My name is Hu Sichen and my metric number is A2059888. Okay, now let me start with the question 1. I will explain the effect of one period negative technology shock and the real business cycle model. In the real business cycle model, economic fluctuations are mainly caused by real shocks, especially technology shocks. When there is a negative technology shock, productivity in the economy falls. This means firms become less efficient at producing goods and service. As a result, the marginal product of labor decreases, so firms demand less labor. At the same time, real wages fall, and households choose to supply less labor because both labor input and productivity are lower. Total output in the economy declines. Consumption also falls because households earn less income. Investment decreases as well, since the return on capital is lower during the shock period. However, because this shock lasts for only one period, technology returns to normal in the next period, the economy then recovers, and output, labor, consumption, and investment move back to their steady state levels. According to the real business cycle model, this adjustment happens naturally without the need for government intervention.
For the question 1, the starting point, major and economic where productivity sudden fall. This could be due to the redefined energy shortage, natural disaster, disaster, or temporary cultural breakdown in the language of the productivity part. Error not matter, CO2 drops to for 1 in the BRC model. Output is given by YT equal to ZTF plus 80 points. A lower feeding means less the same amount of capital in the lower now produce less output. The GDP in the current periods decline in median state. The global market is strong. Firms are find that global is less productive. Since the real wage equals the marginal effects of global debt equal to GDP and cost and equals. The flow in productivity reduce the real wage. Firms are household are forward looking at the region. The low stock is temporary productive, while return to low rate but current income is down. Consumption is mostly limited. Consumption only modestly sharply cut investments with low productivity today. The return to investment is poor, so investment falls much more than something household essentially drift much of adjustment into investment consumption related very stable. In closed economic output cost, consumption cost, investments cost, government spending. When output falls and consumption falls only a little, investments must bear the bulk of decline. This reduces the amount of multiple funds pushing down the real investment rate. Because the curve lasts only one period, productivity potential with normal AT plus 1, but lower investment period means capital not in equal plus 1 is slightly lower. So only greatly return to a long run and see a usually recover pace.
Hello, Professor. My name is Song Xinyao. My student number is 82067884. Question 2. let's see part 1. Monetary policy. First, monetary policy RBC source argue that money is natural. This means that occasion like the Central Park planting more money or adjusting interest rate only affect normal variables like price and wage, not real variable like output and employment. Second, they also believe that the money supply is not available by the Central Park, but rather follow the economy. When the economy is strong, people borrow more for investment, bank lend more, and their money supply naturally increases. Number 3, their recommendation is to adopt a fixed money growth rate ratio. For example, lending the money supply grows at the fixed percentage each year. Okay, let's see part 2, physical policy. First, opposition to achieving interventional physical policy, RBC source hold that economic fluctuations are cared by real factors such as technology stock, and the market will quickly return source feasible adjustment in price and wage. Okay, number 2, there particularly in perhaps the negative effect of attrition. For instance, here labor income tricks reduce people's willingness to work, decreasing labor supply. Here capital taxes encourage investment. Okay, finally, Balansberg and Altmanco subsidiaries. So their advision for bandage in fiscal policy to advise deficient, which close out prevent investment and accumulate debate. In conclusion, RBC source is an extension of classical labor realm, placing greater fixed in the market's self-regulating ability. It views economic fluctuations as the operational response of the rational individuals to stock. Okay, this is all. Thank you.
All right, I will explain the real business cycle, RBC. Theories argue that business cycles are mainly driven by real shocks, especially changes in technology, rather than by demand disturbance. Because price and wages are assumed to be fixable, markets clear efficiency and fluctuations in outputs and employment are we use as optimal responses to these shocks. As a result, RBC theories believe that activity monetary policy is unnecessary. Money is largely nature, so this discretionary monetary intervention mainly affect nominal variables such as inflation and may distort relative price. They therefore support rule-based, predictable monetary policy focused on price stability. Similarly, RBC theories are skeptical for a country cycle physical policy. They argue that physical stimulus can curb out provide activity and distort incentives to work, save and invest. Instead, physical policy should be stable and predictable, with low discretionary tax and government spending amid at employing long-term productivity, rather than stabilizing living short-term fluctuations. All right, that's all. Thank you.